Hi there, my name's Jonathan Hammond. I'm a graphic designer, film editor, DJ, and the sole designer and programmer of the application I'm going to demonstrate for you now, entitled Just Add Music. Just Add Music is a visual application designed to work with Ableton Live to give Ableton Live DJs a visual indication to the audience of what they are doing with the tracks. It also gives producers running Ableton Live a possibility to create audio-visual tracks themselves. The system setup that I use is a PowerBook G4 running Ableton Live version 6.07. That's coupled with a MacBook Pro which is running OS X 10.49 and linked together using a network cable. It's worthy to note that I don't actually think you need two computers to run my program in Ableton. I prefer its preference running Ableton on one computer and being able to debug my program separately. Now I'm going to run you through some basic core functionalities of Just Add Music. I'm going to start with the MIDI clock to demonstrate how perfectly in sync Just Add Music is with the MIDI clock coming out of Ableton Live. You see on your screen that you've got a live feed coming from Ableton Live. This will give you a demonstration of how I'm using Ableton to run my program. If I start now by playing a clip, you see the clip appears from the left. So a nice little split screen going on. You see I can move up to the global tempo now, and I can bring the tempo down to any speed I require, up and down, all the way up to silly numbers. Maximum 999, you can hop between numbers 300, 20, 500, 100, back to 128. And you'll see that the program is still perfectly in sync with the audio. Next I'm going to move on to show you the launching program. At the moment I've got quantization menu set to 1 bar. It means the audio clips will start on the first bar, and of course the video clips themselves will start on the first bar as well. So if I put on the metronome now and stop this clip, you see the clip stops on the first bar and the video disappears along with the audio, precisely at the same time. You start the clip again, the audio and the video start perfectly at the same time. Take that metronome off now. I'm running 4 channels of audio. Let's zoom out here, you can see deck 1, deck 2, acapellas and film quakes. If I rearrange my camera now, you can hopefully position the camera so you can see my Ableton setup. There we have 4 channels, and what I'm going to do for you is play 4 tracks to show 4 videos and 4 audio playing at the same time. There's the second track appearing in the bottom right. Now see if I bring in a third track, you see that it appears in the top left. If I bring the channel up. Finally we can bring a full video in, it appears in the top right. Frame rate's running a little bit slow because I've got the 4 videos running from my hard drive and the MacBook Pro at the moment. Normally I'll be using an external hard drive which has a lot faster hard drive speed. This does cause a bit of a bottleneck when you're running a slow hard drive such as mine, my MacBook Pro. I go back to my live feed. You can see that I've got my 4 channels there. I bring the volume controls down. You'll be able to see that as I bring the volume controls down, the screens rearrange. Now on channel 2, the screens rearrange. Channel 1, 3 and 2. Take out the live feed. See these all perfectly rearranged to show a perfect visual audio correlation between the 2. Also have the 4th track going there as well again. Just slide between the 2. Nice and fluid, nice and smooth. Now I can demonstrate crossfader here. I bring my track back in, you'll notice the track finished, and of course as soon as the track finishes the video disappears. play the track again. Goes on the left. You'll see if I move the crossfader now between B and A, again the screen's rearranged. So it allows you volume control and crossfader control at the same time. Take out the live feed, again nice and smooth. Movement between the two. Now if I move on to the global functions, I call them, these functions load up perfectly in sync with the quantized menu, so at the moment it's set to 1 bar, so effects will come in on the bar you see there. This can be changed to whatever you desire, down to an 1/8. You'll see you can flip between the 2 and 1/8. Put it back up to a bar. Probably a good time to show you I've built a little dashboard for you to see exactly what's going on. At the top left we've got the BPM, in the middle between the bar and the BPM we've got the MIDI clock. We've got 1 bar, which is the quantization menu that I'm talking about inside Ableton. On my 4 channels of video, and on the right we've got 16 different global modes that I've chosen to demonstrate for you now. So if you move on to blend mode, see now, I'll take out a live feed. This is blend modes. I'm cycling through 10 at the moment. There's a possibility of 31 blend modes in total. This is just 10 of them. Of course, if we fade the tracks out, you'll see it nice and smooth. Blending between the two. We also have little funky effects, a little swipe. Just bear in mind my MIDI controller sends out some false signals occasionally. There we go, nice and smooth. Little photocopying machine. A mask effect. Any mask can be loaded up into there. A lovely little ripple effect. Really smooth. Next blend mode is a full screen mode. Cycles through the 2 videos playing at the moment. My track's just finished again, so I can't cycle through any. Lots of logic going on there. So now 2 tracks playing, I can cycle through 2 tracks. If I put in another a cappella, you can see that I can now cycle through 3 tracks. And of course, if I brought in a full channel, I'll be able to cycle through 4. Fifth global mode is a multi-screen mode, cycling through different amounts of screens. At the moment it's set to 1 bar in the globalization menu in Ableton. If I change that down to 1/4, put the metronome on, if I have to put it up to a bar, you can hear on the metronome the screen's changing every bar. Again, we can put a swipe in there. A different blend mode. Next mode is a horizontal swipe and backwards and forwards. Again, works on the globalization menu. If I change to a 1/4 here, see going back and forwards on a 1/4, back to a bar, all perfectly synced in with the MIDI clock. So as we move the tempo up, screens backwards, forwards, faster. Next, this psychedelic full screen. It's this little trippy kaleidoscope feel. Particle system. It's actually picking up my voice at the moment because I've specifically lowered the volume of the audio tracks. With a rainbow effect, again it should be picking up the audio effects, but it's picking up off my microphone. A screen shake, as I speak louder, the screen will shake more. If I'm quiet, of course the screen doesn't shake. Great for breaks and songs.